Good morning everyone, I am NK Valatario from BSN 2D Group 5 and today I will perform a home visit. Now, home visit ay kadalasan pong ginagawa ng mga private nurses and doctors na kung saan sila na po mismo ang pumupunta sa bahay ng pasyente. The purpose of home visit is to have more accurate assessment of the family living conditions and adopt interventions accordingly. Number 2, to educate the family about measures for health promotion, disease prevention, and control of health problems. Number 3, to prevent the spread of infection among family members and within the community. And number 4, to provide supplemental interventions for the sick, disabled, or dependent family member, and whenever possible, guide the family on how to give care in the future. And lastly, number 5 is to provide the family with greater access to health resources in the community by establishing a close relationship with them, providing information and making referrals as necessary. The step-by-step procedure in conducting a home visit is divided into 3 phases. We have a pre-visit phase, in-home phase, and lastly, the post-visit phase. Let's first start with the pre-visit phase. During the pre-visit phase, if possible, contact the family and determine their willingness for a home visit. Good afternoon, sir. This is Nurse NK Valatario speaking. Am I speaking to Mr. Claveria? Yes? Yes, sir. I am calling you due to the concern that you have requested our hospital for a private nurse to take care of your daughter. Yes? Are you still willing po for me to visit your sick daughter and para po makita ko kung ano po yung kalagay ng iyong anak? Yes po, you're still willing? Okay po. Mga 3 araw na po nilalagnat? Okay po. Opo, pupunta na po ako. Okay po, bye-bye po. Now that I have already spoken with Mr. Claverio, we have to formulate a plan for our home visit. Now that I have learned from him that his daughter has been sick for 3 days, so we have to ready our nursing bag with the required articles. Like for example, we need the thermometer to check the temperature of her child. And then, of course, kailangan din natin ng hot compress na kung saan ginagamit ito upang paanuhin yung lagnat ng isang bata. It's either the cold at hot. So, pwede itong gamitin. So, pwede itong lagyan ng yelo at pwede din itong lagyan ng mainit. Ayan. So, after making sure na kompleto ng ating nursing box and yung mga articles na kailangan, we have to call the barangay captain. So, before visiting na client is that we have to have a number of the barangay captain of each barangay. So, like for example, the client of yours is from San Antonio Buen. So, we have to call the barangay captain just to be safe because there's a pandemic going on, which is the COVID-19. So, we have to call the barangay captain. Good afternoon, sir. This is Nurse NK Valatario speaking. I'd just like to inform you that we will do a home visit. I will do a home visit to one of the daughter of Mr. Claveria. Yes. Yes. May I know where he lives? Where in San Antonio Buen? Oh, yes. Kakaliwang, kakanan, kaliwang, kanan, at kaliwa. Oh, okay po. Okay po, thank you. Now, let's go to the in-home phase initiation. So, dito na nandito na tayo sa may labas ng bahay ng isang pasyente. Like, for example, kung yung pasyente po natin ay malagit, so, of course, diretso na tayo sa kanyang pintuan. So, kailangan, pag nagdanak sa door, is kailangan ganito lang. Huwag din masyadong mahina kasi baka di marinig, and huwag din siya masyadong malakas na parang, kasi, we are visiting our client, we have to be polite as much as possible. So, as a medium knock, it's much enough. So, medium knock lang. Medium knock. And then after that, like for example, bukas na sa'yo ng sila Mr. and Mrs. Claveria. So, kailangan mo silang i-greet. Like, good afternoon po, Mr. and Mrs. Claveria. I am Nurse NK Valatario. Yes? Okay po. So, let's just imagine na binuksan nila yung pintuan para sa akin. And papasok na tayo. So, kunwari, binuksan na ako nila Mr. and Mrs. Claveria. So, upon entering, let's observe the environment. Like, for example, titingnan natin, are they good people? Are they good parents to their daughter? And malalaman lang naman natin yan kasi napaka-obvious naman ng signs ng physical abuse and family abuse. And so far, wala naman po akong nakikitang any sort of na ganun. So, I can assume that they are good people. And then, after that, we have to sit kung saan tayo sinabi nilang umupo. So, assuming that sinabi nila kung umupo dito, dito tayo, uupo. pagkaupo natin, we have to establish rapport and state na natin yung purpose ng ating visit. So, isang magaligayang hapon po sa inyo, Mrs. and Mr. Cloveria. And nandito po ako ngayon dahil nag-call po ang iyong asawa sa department po namin, doon po sa aming hospital, requesting for a private nurse for his sick daughter. Yes po. Titingnan ko po kung ano po yung kalagayan ng iyong anak. And titingnan ko kung ano din po yung aking magagawa. Yes po. Opo. Now here we have to conduct an health interview and history taking. Tatanungin na po natin kung kailan po nagsimula yung lagnat ng kanyang anak. Kailan po ma'am nagsimula yung lagnat ng iyong anak? Ay una nga po pala, ano po yung pangalan ng iyong anak? Ashley po. Okay po. Kailan po nag-start yung lagnat niya? 3 days ago po. Ano po yung last niyang kinain? Hindi po siya kumain, wala pong gana. Umalis po ba siya this past few days? Ay, hindi naman po. Maaari ko po bang makita ang iyong anak para makita ko din po yung kanyang kalagayan? Opo. Now here, dito na natin ipo-perform yung bag technique. So, dito sa bag technique is of course, we have to establish the safety of our nursing bag. So, first is the plastic cover. Ito siya. And then, this Manila paper. There. And then, maaari na po natin ilagay yung ating nursing bag. And then, maaari na po tayo pumunta sa ating pasyente. Before we perform physical examination to our patient, it is the daughter of Mrs. and Mr. Cloveria, kailangan muna natin mag-perform ng head hygiene. So, kukunin ko na yung aking alcohol sa aking nursing bag. Yan. We have to perform head hygiene first. And now we have to conduct the physical examination. Titingnan natin yung kaanyuan ng ating pasyente. Titingnan natin kung siya po ba ay in the normal weight, siya po ba ay underweight, or siya po ba ay obese. And based po sa aking nakikita, ang ating pasyente po ay parang sobrang payat na. Mr. and Mrs. Cloveria, may I know po kung kailan po siya last na kumain? 1 week ago po? Okay po. So, una ko po munang gagawin is i-check ko muna po yung ulit ng kanyang temperature. So, ito yung ating thermometer na i-check natin yung kanyang temperature. Lalagay natin siya dito sa may armpit niya. Ayan. So, knife and tie ng ating pasyente. May I know po kung ano po yung mahilig niyang kainin. Mahilig po siya kumain ng mga chicherya. Regarding po sa pagkain, much better po siguro sa kanya is kumain muna po ng madaming prutas dahil nilalagnat po siya. And assuming na yung nakita ko sa thermometer is 38.5. Naku po, Mr. and Mrs. Cloveria, napakataas pa din po ng lagnat ng inyong anak. May yellow po ba kayo dyan, Mr. and Mrs. Cloveria? Meron po? Okay lang po bang makahingi po ako? So, assuming na nalagyan na ng yellow ito, is ilalagay na natin ito sa ulo ng ating pasyente. Yan, ganyan. Mr. and Mrs. Cloveria, ask ko lang po kung napalitan na po ba yung damit ng ating pasyente na si Ashley? Hindi pa po. Okay po. Ngayon, isa din sa trabaho ng ating bilang nurse is kailangan hindi tayo masyadong maarte sa pagkatawan ng isang tao. Kasi once you become a professional nurse, yung katawan ng tao is no longer dyan sa body. Parang wala na yun sa atin. Parang bones na lang. Ang makikita natin is puro bones. Parang wala na sa physical na kaanyuan. Ayan. So, assuming na pinalitan ko na yung damit ng ating pasyente, of course, meron naman tayong parang nagsumang-ayon naman yung parent ng itong bata, napalitan natin yung kanyang damit. Kasi basang-basa na. Ayan. So, after natin itong gawin, yung mga ginawa natin, is of course, kailangan natin itong i-disinfect or hugasan. So, like for example, ginamit natin ito. So, of course, kailangan muna natin itong hugasan or i-disinfect. Ganyan. Ayan. Now, let's go to the termination. So, first is, isa-summarize na natin yung ating mga nangyari during our home visit. So, pwede nating sabihin sa family na during our home visit, napansin natin yung kanyang anak na si Ashley as, of course, pang-apat na tong araw na may lagnat because they have told us is 3 days ago is mga 3 araw na siyang nilalagnat. So, pang-apat niya na tong araw na nilalagnat. And then, pwede natin sabihin na dahil nalaman din natin na si Miss Ashley may hilig kumain ng mga chicheria. So, kailangan healthy food is very much needed for the child. Like, for example, much better na kumain ito ng mga prutas dahil nilalagnat din ito. So, next is we have to set a subsequent home visit. So, our next visit is of course tomorrow because we also have to see if may improvements nga ba sa ating ginawang intervention. And then record the findings, yung mga ating nakita, na tulad ng aking binanggit kanina. And then we have to extend our thanks to the family for having a home visit, for giving us a chance to do a home visit. And then after that, we can now return to the health facility. Assuming that we have already returned to the health facility with our nursing bag is of course andun na sa side. So we have this what we call the post-visit phase. So dito, we have to document all what happened during our home visit. So I have already documented it. It has been written here. And then if appropriate, a referral might be made. So maaari tayo mag-referral for doctor because I think that the child needs a doctor because the child has been sick for 4 days. And then, kung meron ka namang next visit pa, is we have to plan for that next visit. And dyan na po nagtatapos ating home visit. And that's all po. Thank you.